The brewery originated in two friends, Jeroen and Sepp. They had a mutual interest for cooking, and then they started brewing in Jeroen's dad's kitchen, like in a small 5-liter pot and pan. They started bringing their beers to parties on holidays, giving it away to friends, and then they decided, like, okay, well, we're gonna drop everything we're doing right now and we're gonna start a brewery. I studied international business and management. Didn't like it very much. The whole corporate life, so to say, is not really my cup of tea. The very first moment I saw they had vacancies as a bartender back in 2016, I immediately applied. Luckily, I got hired, and well, within months, I moved from the bar to the office, and then, well, gradually my job changed a lot, but the company did as well. There used to be dozens and dozens and dozens of breweries, because in the east of the province it used to be the grain shed of the whole country. It was all grown here. Hop fields, like 10 kilometers away or something. So there were a lot of small breweries, but somewhere in the 50s there were no breweries left. And as of now there are 6 active breweries, and then at least another 10 contract brewers active in the city. So it's pretty much a revival of the golden age of the beer here in Groningen. Our slogan is seriously playful. We take our beer very seriously, but we always try to play around with different ideas and concepts, and usually it works and sometimes it doesn't. We once made a beer with black licorice, and on paper it was a great idea, but when we finally bottled the beer it was absolutely disgusting. Well, at least we know what not to do next time. But that keeps it fun, keeps it exciting. If you only brew safe recipes, it gets boring very fast. And that's also not what consumers want nowadays. They want experiments, they want new stuff, they want innovation. And we try to give them that. What defines our beer is we try to make beers we like to drink instead of do extensive market research and brew classic safe options. We brew the stuff we like to drink. We try to get the best ingredients from all over the world, especially the hops, mostly from the United States, New Zealand, Australia. And we usually play around with our labels and with the artwork and the names of the beers to make it more than just a beverage. It's more of an experience basically. But there's tons of great breweries in the Netherlands, but we do see a shift to the more hoppy beers here in Groningen. We're lucky that there's a huge university and good schools with lots of young people, young students who are willing to experiment, to experience new stuff. And what we see is a big shift from the old school student who liked to drink 20 pints of Heineken to the more modern student who loves to drink just a couple of great beers instead of a shit ton of, well, mediocre beers. We really care about our local community, so whenever there's something we can do, we always try to help. So we invested in a hop garden in the east of the city. It's a place where people who have learning disabilities or other handicaps or just difficulties getting or maintaining a job in general have a safe place to learn a valuable trade. Usually they grow fruit and vegetables for the food banks, but they also grow hops for us. And each year in the 2nd or 3rd week in September, we go there to harvest the hops, and then we brew a fresh hops beer straight from the hop vines into the tank. And all of the profits we make from the beer, we donate back to them so they can keep running the project and supply the food banks with fruit and veg. Everything we did, we had to figure it out ourselves with a great team and a great team spirit. So every day changes. I've been here for 6 years, but my job is completely different from year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, and so on. So the challenges are endless, and there's still so much more beer to make and to sell, and to do great events. We have a big festival every year. We want to do more abroad, so there's millions of plans and so little time. So there's never really a dull moment.